हेलो इशिता मैम, सोनम मैम होस्ट बन गए? हेलो।
हाँ मैम, ईशिता मैम होस्ट बन गए हैं।
ओके
ओके,
ओके
थैंक यू मैम।
ओके,
Thank you, Smriti ma'am.
थैंक यू मैम, थैंक यू।
Hello, good afternoon, dear all participants. We will start the session within 5 minutes as the expert will join with us. Am I audible?
Yes मैम।
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome, sir. Sir, please cut your audio. Sir, please अपना audio connect करिए. Sir, we are not audible to you. No, sir, your audio is not connected. No, sir. सोनम मैम सर का माइक अनम्यूट करिए।
मैम मैम प्लीज मेक मी अ होस्ट.
Good afternoon, all the participants. Welcome, sir. Sir, I, Dr. Ishita Yadav, is welcoming you on the behalf of whole Institute of Agricultural Sciences and the SAIS University. Sir, am
Thanks
I
a lot.
audible? Sir, am I audible?
Should I start?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Should I start?
Yes, sir, you can.
Okay.
I'm sharing you.
So very good afternoon and very thank you very much, Dr. Ishita. I'm feeling privileged in attending your this expert talk. So come to the point. Today's my topic is sericulture. Normally you all studying this sericulture as a topic of your academics. But why don't we think that this can be the part of our employment or we can generate employment through this? From sericulture, with the help of sericulture, to establish this sericulture or serial industry, we can create jobs for others also. So let us start this topic. In the beginning, I will go through its life cycle, and then we will discuss how we can start or establish an entrepreneurship institute or anything related to sericulture. Okay. Please, Ishita,
Yes.
share my slides.
Yes, yes, sir. I will share.
Okay.
Sir, please carry on.
Okay, thank you. So what is sericulture or silk farming? We all know that cultivation of silkworms to produce silk is known as sericulture or silk farming. In India, we have four different varieties which are here to obtain the silk or silk thread. Number one, Bombyx mori, which is also known as Indian mulberry silkworm, which feeds on mulberry leaves. The शहतूत का पेड़ होता है, उसकी पत्तियों पर वो feed करता है. That is why it is known as mulberry silkworm, and it produces mulberry silk. Means the silk which is produced by this type of silk worm is known as mulberry silk. The second is Anthrea milleta, the Indian tassar silkworm, and it feeds on arjun, sal, oak leaves and produces kasar silk. The third variety which is found in India is Antheria assamarensis, and as this species is saying, it is the native of Assam only, found in Assam only, and the silk which is produced by this type of silk moth is known as Muga silk. Then last, the fourth one, Attacus ricini. It feeds on castor oil plant. Castor का आपने सभी लोगों ने नाम सुना होगा. It feeds on castor oil plant leaves, and the silk which is produced by this plant, this silk moth, is known as Erai silk, or it is brick red colored silk. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Now, types of silkworms and what is volatilism. In India, as well as other countries, three types of silkworm is found. One is univoltine, another is bivoltine, and third one is multivoltine. So what is voltine? आपने किसी ने नाम सुना? Did you hear the name of voltines? Yeah, what is volatilism? Actually, all the insects have different types of life cycles, maybe one life cycle in a year or two or three. Based on that number of life cycles, the insect or silkworm is categorized into three types. One is univoltine, the life cycle of which is only once in a year. They breed and they reproduce. This type of life cycle and this type of silkworms are found in European countries. Since the climate is very cold, the temperature is very less. That is why their eggs for different stages undergo hibernation. Mostly their eggs undergo hibernation, and after the winter season is over, they hatch and continue their life cycle. So silkworms which are having only single life cycle in a year or one generation in 1 year are known as univoltine. Likewise, if they are having two generations, then they are bivoltine, found in Japan, Korea, and other Asian countries, including India also. In India also, we are having bivoltine silk moth varieties. Now, third one is multivoltine. More than 2 generations per year are found, and these are natives, or these are reared in tropic countries where the temperature is not very much high. Now, we can say what is volatilism? Volatilism is the breeding frequency, means how many times they can breed in 1 year. Now, what is diapause? This term again we will take in future slides, but at present also I am telling you, diapause is the dormancy of different stages or delayed development. Suppose at this time, silk moth is laying its eggs, but due to low temperature, eggs will undergo hibernation. Means diapause, their development will be stopped, and after March, April, they will start their embryonic development, and after that they will hatch. Next, please. Let us come to the systemic position. Normally, you have seen that one is Bombyx mori and another was Antheria. Both these belong to different families. Bombyx mori belongs to Lepidoptera. Let us see its kingdom, or we all know it is Animalia, then phylum Arthropoda, class Insecta, order Lepidoptera, family Bombycidae, and genus Bombyx, species mori. The Antheria genus are come under this family Saturnidae, which I have written in the top of this slide. Again, Bombyx mori have 2 species. One which we are using for silk industry is known as domestic silk moth, and the species is Bombyx mori. And second one is the wild variety, which is known as Bombyx menderina. Let's come to the history of silk. It records back, when we study the Confucian text of China, the discovery of silk production dates to about 2700 BC. Archaeological records also point out that it is old as 5000 to 3000 BC. But in India, There is no authentic information regarding the origin of use. The ancient literature gives two views, as one we already discussed, that it was come from China, and the second view or the first view states that in India, silk industry was first known to be established at the foot of the Himalayas. And second view is saying that it was introduced or originated in China about 3000 BC. Seri and next please, next slide please. Yes. This is the common thing. Silk has been used by human beings for various purposes since ancient time. Silk का क्या महत्व है, क्या importance? We all know about the importance of the silk. Silk is very much precious. Let us come to the sericulture life cycle or silk moth, life cycle of silk moth. It starts with the copulation and mating of adult moths. After that, after breeding or after mating to 2 to 3 days, females may have eggs, and with the incubation period of 9 to 12 days, first instar larva comes out. The larval stages has 4 to 5 different instar stages, and after which they form pupa or undergo pupation and form a cocoon. Inside the cocoon, pupa is present, and after 10 to 15 days, imago comes out from the pupa or from the cocoon. And again, life cycle starts and it goes on. Adult silk moths. As you are seeing, these are both male and female are there, sexes are separate. And when we compare sexual dimorphism is there, male and female moths are flightless and lack functional mouth parts. They are meant only for reproduction. After reproduction means after mating, male dies, and after laying eggs, female dies. The differences in their abdomen, in their antenna, and in their wing span. Female is larger. Female is larger, having 40 to 50 mm, and male has the wing span 25 to 26 millimeters only.
So sorry for the interruption. Sir, we
Yes.
are having only 1 minute round. So we will log in with the same ID and password after 1 minute. Till then, you can carry on, please.
Should I continue?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So after that, please next slide. Next slide. Here you can see there are several pairs which are under mating population, and simultaneously you can see the eggs also. Means after coming out from the cocoon, they undergo copulation, mating. Copulation is after copulation, internal fertilization takes place. It goes to from 2 to
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Hello.